If you're job searching right now and it feels impossible, let me just tell you that you're not crazy, my friend, because this job market is one of the worst that I've seen, and especially the toughest for entry-level workers since 2012. And I'm gonna show you exactly why, backed by data and real conversations with people living through this right now. But more importantly, I'm gonna share with you what you can do to change things to be in your favor. Because you may not be able to change the job market, but you can change how recruiters and hiring managers see you, and that's where I come in, because I've helped thousands of people just like you get hired and paid. And now it's your turn. Look, I know what you're thinking. People always say the job market is bad. And yes, I agree. Even during my time when I was in school and when I first started off, we saw headlines like these because things weren't perfect then either. But this time is especially bad. This time is especially a struggle for these two specific groups: early career professionals and career pivoters. Recent college grads are facing the highest unemployment since 2012 outside of COVID, and entry-level hiring is down 23% since March of 2020. Now, if you're experienced and established in your career, things might be a bit easier than the other two groups, but there's a whole nother set of challenges for those roles as well. But if you're just starting out or pivoting careers right now, this is a uniquely tough job market. Now, knowing why this is happening is gonna help you know where to focus your energy, and that's what we're gonna cover next. First, let's talk about the elephant in the room. You know it, we know it. Let's talk about AI and how it's taking jobs. Because companies now are using AI to handle tasks that used to go to junior employees. McKinsey found that 60 to 70% of work activities across all jobs can now be automated with current AI technology. And junior level tasks like data entry, basic analysis, creating PowerPoint decks, these are the most vulnerable. So those are the jobs that AI are taking right now. But imagine a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, how strong and powerful is AI gonna get? So now, instead of hiring 3 or 5 junior analysts for tasks, companies are hiring 1 or maybe 2 senior people who are using AI to complete these tasks. McKinsey even admitted themselves that their AI tool now does the work that their junior employees used to complete. So I asked my friend Sarah about this. She's 24, Gen Z, been job searching for 7 months now, and here's what she sent me. I keep seeing entry-level jobs that require 3 to 5 years of experience. It's like they don't want to train anyone anymore. And you know what? She's right, because companies don't have to. AI fills that gap right now. But with that said, it doesn't mean all hope is lost. What can you do if you're early on in your career and you're feeling that you're getting fizzled out by AI? Here's what I recommend. So I think the most important thing here is that you need to play the corporate and hiring game. So if companies these days aren't hiring entry level, I don't want you to brand yourself as entry level. So what does that mean for you? That means removing your graduation year from your resume. It means talking more about experiences and side hustles and hands-on stuff you've done instead of school experiences or instead of school projects. And that also means to position yourself as an expert at one thing and helping the company versus a fresh grad or a recent grad who just wants a company to take a chance on them. You can't do that. Because think about it, put yourself in a hiring manager's shoes, and let's say you have 1 open position for this specific role. Who would you rather hire? Person 1, please give me a job. I can do anything. I can work anywhere. Please just give me a job. I just want experience. Or person 2, I have helped other companies just like yours solve the exact problems that you need help with. I think I can help you too. Let's talk. There's such a clear difference between these two candidates. The second issue is that we're still dealing with all these tech layoffs from the last few years. And there's a new report from Washington Post outlining that more than 1 million workers have been laid off so far this year. And the other times we've seen layoffs this high was during the pandemic, the housing crash, and the real estate bubble. And we all know how those times turned out. And the thing about these layoffs, it's not just affecting junior folks. It's affecting experienced professionals, tenured talent, people who've been with their companies for 10 plus years at companies like Google, Meta, Amazon, you name it, they've been affected. So layoffs have been happening. In addition, there's now these new reports coming out that job cuts in October hit the highest level for the month in 22 years. So what do you have when layoffs are happening at an alarming rate? Plus, less and less jobs are being available. You have what you're seeing now, and that's a shitstorm of a job market. So when you apply for a role now, you're not just competing with other people looking for a new job, but also against someone who just got laid off from a top company. Research tracked over 1,000 laid off workers, and they found that 6 months later, only 27% of software engineers had found new tech jobs. That means the market is flooded and companies are being pickier than ever. So I just want to tell you, if you're job searching right now, please give yourself some grace. Please give other people grace, because it's just a tough time right now to look for a new role. But with that said, what can you do to move ahead? This is what I recommend. You want to move fast and you want to move with intention. Being fast means being one of the first people to know when your top company is hiring for a role that you want to work for. So this is why I recommend creating alerts for the top companies at the best job boards that you like. In addition, track the layoffs that have been happening in your industry. You can go to sites like layoffs.fyi and avoid these companies on the list, because if they've done layoffs, they most likely aren't going to be hiring at the same rate as somebody who hasn't done layoffs. And that brings me to the next point. You want to go all in on companies that are trending and doing well during this time. And you can find sites like TrueUp, Glassdoor, AngelList, LinkedIn to find the top companies that are hiring and that are exceeding expectations in this year. And the third thing that's changed about this job market is that companies now want specialists and not generalists. So back in 2020, you could have been a marketing manager and get hired, but now companies want someone who specifically does B2B SaaS growth marketing for enterprise clients using HubSpot, for example. It's like job descriptions are written by people who forget that humans are humans, not freaking robots, but that's just the job market today. So why this matters is that if your resume now says, I can do anything and everything for you, it actually says, I'm not an expert in doing anything. And I don't want that for you. Let me give you a live example, because I got this DM from Travis and this is what he said. He said, Sho, I've been a marketing lead for 8+ years now, but I'm getting rejected for jobs I'm qualified for and even overqualified for. What's going on? What's wrong? And here's what I told him. Your resume looks good for being a generalist, but it looks too broad right now. Instead of being a marketing lead, I want you to focus on the one thing in marketing that you're the best at, what you're really good at, also what the hiring team wants, and double down on that. So you can't just build this generic marketing resume or HR resume or a data resume. I first want you to study the job descriptions out there and what are the top marketing companies looking for? What are the top data companies looking for? It's those skills, those keywords that I then want you to infuse into your resume. So instead of Travis being the marketing lead, I want Travis to be the marketing lead specialized in B2B startups doing organic campaigns. For example, right? You want to be known for something, and as soon as the recruiter or hiring manager reads your resume, they're able to tell what that is within 6 seconds. That is what's going to stand you apart, by you being specific. So if you're looking for a new role like Travis, what can you actually do? This is what I recommend. First, stop applying everywhere with the same old resume and using the spray and pray method. It just doesn't work these days. Instead, I want you to be very targeted in your approach. So instead of 100, 200 companies that you're looking at, look at 10, look at 20 first. See where you actually want to work and do deep research on them. Find people who work there on LinkedIn. See what skills that they're learning and see what skills these companies value. That is what I want you to do. Because if you can speak their language and you position yourself as a peer versus being someone else who is aspiring to break in, that's what's going to get you noticed, because peers are who they hire. They hire other people who have relevant experience for this role and who know why they want to work at this company and why they'd be a good fit for this company. Second, adding on top of that, you want to position yourself as a specialist. So even if you've done lots of different things, I want you to pick 1 or 2 skills that's the most valuable right now for that company, and you want to lead with that. Because every company, every industry is going to have their own fastball. They're going to have things that they emphasize more than others. Whatever that is for the role that you're going for, that's what I want you to double down on. Third, and probably the most important, but probably the most annoying, I want you to leverage your network. I know you've heard network and meet people, but it's the truth. They say anywhere from 50 to 85% of jobs are part of the hidden job market, meaning that these jobs aren't even advertised. I don't know about that fact, to be honest. I think 85% is a little high, but what I can tell you from my recruitment experience is that knowing someone, getting referred, and just having an in at a company will 100% help you versus you not having a connection. So hidden job market, networking, all of these things do play a role in you getting this position over somebody else. So that means if you don't have a network, it's on you to build one, my friend. Join Facebook groups, join Slack communities, join Discord groups, join things offline as well. Join your local church, join your local community group, join some dodgeball league, I don't know. Do something that you can really meet people and just build a network of people that you like and trust and that hopefully like you and trust you. I think a great place to start to build your network is going to be on LinkedIn. But before you even send out a message, I want you to build out your profile. People should be able to see your photo. People should be able to see your title, your about section, the experiences you have. Because with so many AI profiles and things out there, people still want to talk to humans. So first, do a good job of building out your LinkedIn profile. And then you want to send out messages like this to people who you actually want to connect with. People in your industry, people in roles that you admire, people in companies that you want to work for. It's about building these messages that's going to take your network to the next level. And with these messages, no, they won't work every single time, but the name of the game here is building long-term relationships and a network. Even if you get 10% of people to reply back to you, 15% of people reply back to you, that's a good start. You just want to start building one stack after another until you have a network that is good for you and that you can help them as well. So you might be seeing this and you're like, "Sho, this is more work than just applying." I know, and that's the point, because most people won't be doing this. Because the truth is, mass applying just isn't effective anymore. Targeted effort, knowing the right people, being a specialist, that is what's working. And if you're in your 20s or 30s and you're feeling left behind with all your peers doing things, just know that this is just temporary. The market will bounce back, but what you want to do is focus on skills that AI can't replace. Communication, strategy, creativity. Focus on the people side of work. Focus on developing good habits, because it's the people who do that now who's going to win today, tomorrow, and in the future. I'd love to hear from you. Drop the word pivot in the comments and tell me, are you trying to pivot to a new role, and what's the new role? Or are you staying put in the same role in industry? I read every comment, and if enough people are in the same boat, I'd love to make another video just to help you and everybody else in that same situation. And that's it for me this week, my friend. I post career advice that actually helps you. And if you want to know how to do well and get promoted in the job you have now, instead of standing out in this job market, watch this video next on how to get promoted at work, even if they ignore you. And that's it. I will see you next week. As always, get hired, get paid, and keep working happier. I'll see you soon. Bye.